Hello, and welcome to the Metro Public Adjustment Business Opportunity. If you're currently employed in a field or profession and are not satisfied with the advancement or income potential, looking for lucrative part-time employment, or perhaps even unemployed and looking for a great career, Metro Public Adjustment has the ideal opportunity to suit your needs. Are you a self-motivated person? How would you like to take charge of your future? Choose your own hours. Be your own boss. Choose the people you would like to work with. Reach success by helping others reach success. Have unlimited income potential. Make your entrepreneurial dreams a reality. Do any of these things sound good to you? Would you like to get started now? The good news is this. Metro Public Adjustment has a proven, recession-free program designed to fit each and everyone's individual needs. Most people would be wondering, how do we do it? Well, the answer is simply this. Everyone knows that by combining an invaluable service to the public and a business plan of building a business within a business, you can achieve financial freedom. It is and has been a proven science since the beginning of Metro in 1993, and the company is continually growing. Now, to share a little bit about himself and briefly touch on our industry, we've included a recorded interview from the radio show Business Spotlight Executive Leaders on AM 860 with Metro's President and CEO, Steve McCaffrey.
You're listening to Executive Leaders Radio here on AM 860 WWDB, the Double Valley's only Money Talk Radio. This is Herb Cohen, your host, with my co-host Jane Sobieski. The Bank of America, we'd like to introduce to you Steve McCaffrey. Steve's the CEO of Metro Public Adjustment. What is Metro Public Adjustment, Steve?
Thanks, Herb. Metro Public Adjustment is an adjustment company, and we represent and help people with insurance claims when they have them against their home or businesses, such as the storm damage that we've all experienced this year, the snowstorms. We take the anxiety out of dealing directly with their insurance company and help them file their claim and process it and do the estimate and help them secure a proper settlement to properly repair their home.
How large or how small is this organization, Metro Public Adjustment?
Metro Public Adjustment, our business is in 4 states, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Illinois, and New Jersey, and we're licensed in 22 different states with 27 adjusters, 22 office staff, and over 500 licensed sales reps.
This is a relatively large organization, Metro Public Adjustment. How old are you?
My company is
how many years old is the company?
15, 16 years old.
And how old are you?
48 years old. I was afraid you were going to get to that question.
Wait a minute, you're 48 years old, the company's... Wait a minute, this is interesting. So you've spent a lot of time building this organization. How did you know what to do to build this organization?
Well, I think the first aspect of building an organization is the desire to build an organization. I didn't necessarily know that, early on in my life that I was going to own and operate a public adjusting company. I just had a desire to make my life better.
How young were you when you recognized this desire to do something different or make your life better? How young were you?
I don't know the specific age. As long as I can remember, my family grew up poor. We grew up in Port Richmond. Although I commonly joke because I remember every holiday. I don't care if it was George Washington's birthday. We had cherry trees at our house, and my mother did a great job at making sure that the holidays were always well kept. But I started serving papers. As early as 10 or 11 years old for the Philadelphia Inquirer. Mm-hmm.
So you were 10 or 11 years old. You were delivering newspapers. What was the next thing you did to make money?
There was a whole sort of things. As a young man, serving as an older boy at the local grade school and at Nativity and working my way up. I served papers. I did construction work, and my grandfather was a cabinet maker, so I always had an interest in that.
What was different when you were delivering newspapers or working as an altar boy? What did you do different than the other kids?
I could consider myself a normal, just average and ordinary kid growing up. Just with the desire, I think, as long as I can remember, with when I grow up and when I'm going to get my education, I'm going to try to make my life better than we had. I always felt like we struggled, and one of my goals was to buy a duplex that my mother now lives rent free in. So it's you just have different goals in life to take care of your parents and just to make a better life for yourself. And I just had that desire as long back as I can remember.
How many brothers and sisters do you have, Steve?
There's 6 of us, 4 sisters and a brother.
And where are you in the pecking order?
I was the youngest for a while, and then my younger brother and sister came along, so I'm in there in the middle. But I grew up for quite a while with just 4 sisters, and that was quite a challenge.
What's it like growing up with 4 older sisters?
You just better time out when you have to go to use the restroom, because with 4 girls, and growing up every day and getting to high schools and things, it was quite a busy household. I mean, it was, and I often talk about, hey, we grew up in a 14-foot wide row home, and we had a great family upbringing. But it was a tight environment.
So what I hear is that your nature is to provide for others. It's not just to stick the money in the bank or buy yourself a nicer car.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily the money you make. It's a desire just to make things better and to give back to the family and give back to the community when it's possible. And the nature of our business is to help people, in the insurance process. So, whether we make money or not, there's a great end result for the client and helping.
How do you help your clients? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, one of the things that we do that's unique is, and this brings us a lot of businesses, we don't worry about whether we're going to represent someone on a claim. We take first the process to educate them in the insurance process, and that kind of stems back to my first introduction to the business. In 1985, my parents had a claim. They were referred to a public adjuster. I was in college at the time. Public adjuster came out, reviewed their insurance policy, reviewed their claim. It was determined that they weren't covered because they had the wrong type of insurance. So upon a little investigation, I learned that they just didn't understand what they had when they purchased their home. So I did a little investigation beyond that, and I said, the typical person, when they buy their home, they go to their realtor or their agent, they say, well, I need insurance. Somebody hands them a policy, they never really read it. They don't understand what they purchase in many cases until they have a loss. And unfortunately, if at the time of loss you have the wrong coverage, it's too late at that time. So our mission is to educate and protect the policyholder and to get out there and provide free education for the consumers. And then if they decide to use it, that's a great part of the introduction to our service.
So unfortunately, sometimes the insurance companies don't offer to hand you a check right off the bat for what your true loss is.
And many times, the insurance company, we own the insurance. It's a great asset to our lives, whether it's health or life or homeowners or business owners. And one of the aspects of insurance that people, and this is one part of our education, is that it's the insured's responsibility to present their loss and approve their loss. It's not the insurance companies. So the insurance companies, they're doing their due diligence to protect their policyholders and to protect their stockholders. And if the person doesn't understand the insurance process, they can be underpaid. Not intentionally, but they can be underpaid. And that's where having good representation, a public adjuster, can help to make sure that they're fully compensated and indemnified for their loss.
Mm-hmm. In terms of building your business, Metro Public Adjustment, what did you do different or weird or strange, or what were the real tricks that you used to build your business?
Herb, that's a great question. I like the way you phrased that. And, with our experience in life, we come across many companies and business opportunities that I think if you have a desire to be in business, you're going to study them. Just like people today are listening to your show, and it's a great asset because you see a lot of different perspectives. And in my situation, I had worked for a company which was the arm of the Citigroup, and they had structured a life insurance company under a concept called network marketing. And the concept I loved about that the most, and I applied it to our company to help it grow and grow bigger, is basically you're attracting leadership. And in today's economy, one of the advantages that we're having is that we are offering business opportunities or jobs to people. And from 1994, we had that concept where we would train someone in the business to be an entrepreneur under our Metro Public Adjustment umbrella. It's kind of like a franchise opportunity.
Now, you're the president of Metro Public Adjustment. Mm-hmm. And do you have resources? I mean, as the president, do you know it all, or do you tap resources? What do you do to stay fresh and with new ideas and keeping your company current?
Jana, that's a fantastic question, and any good CEO of any company, their success is from the people that they surround themselves with. And I'll start with a great relationship we have with Bank of America, the wonderful relationship we have with an organization called Vistage, which is a CEO organization I turn to. But I have a wealth of management and personnel that really care about our company and work hard to give back and to build, with great leadership.
How many hours a day, how many days a week are you working on the business? Or how many hours a day, how many days a week are you not thinking about the business?
That's a great question. I mean, an old friend told me one time, if you love what you do, you'll never work another day in your life, and I truly love what I do. I can't really quantify. I try to balance 5 small children between family and business. But it was a great question, because I think any business owner, you're thinking about your business 7 days a week, 24 hours a day when you're awake. So, and unfortunately, it just never leaves you. But you find time.
What do you mean you don't feel like you're working? What do you mean?
I meant that if you love what you're doing, it's not
what
like
do you love about what you're doing?
I love every aspect of a growing business that's exciting, and there's not a moment of the day that there's not a challenge. And I think every business, you're fortunate to have challenges, because that means your business is growing. That means your business is doing something. It means that you're able to apply your leadership into an industry and problem solving.
What's your wife think of your business career?
I have a wonderful wife. That's the best way to start the answer to that. She's a great support to me.
Has she made any sacrifices?
She's made many sacrifices just to really accommodate and support running my family when I'm not there, and trying to fit in wherever we can the time to spend with the small children. So that's a challenge in running a business, and she fully understands that. She never questions when I have to work, and she just understands that the business has a necessary amount of time needed.
Do you have any partners in the business?
There is no partners. It's we are developed as an organization with business partners inside the organization.
I see.
So you're cultivating their own entrepreneurship. You have a lot of people that work for you that are contractors, that are entrepreneurs.
That's a great question, and one of the things that we pride ourselves on is identifying good leadership. And I always like to talk about is the CEO mentality. And I think for your listeners out there, when you're thinking about listening to these businesses, think about having a CEO mentality on everything you do, whether you're a single person company or whether you have a lot of people in your company. It starts with you as your own CEO for your family, and that's the kind of concept that we
elaborate. Elaborate. What is a CEO mentality?
It's having the prestige of being the CEO with the responsibility of just making sure that everything gets done. And that includes everything from motivation to turning off the light switch at night or turning it on when you come in the morning. So it's and just doing the little things. It's little things that make a person in an organization stand out. And usually those people you'll see rise later on to be in successful businesses of their own.
Steve, the website address for Metro Public Adjustment?
That is metropa.com.
Let me have that one more time.
metropa.com.
We've been speaking with Steve McCaffrey, the CEO of Metro Public Adjustment, here on Executive Leaders Radio, with my co-host Jane Sobieski, the Bank of America. Don't forget to visit our website, executiveleadersradio.com, to learn more about our executive leaders. We'll be back in a moment right after this business spotlight.
Still sound interesting to you? Then don't let this golden opportunity pass you by. If you would like to learn more, visit our website at www.metropa.com. That's metropa.com. To attend a 1-hour orientation that could possibly change your life, please contact the representative who gave you this CD. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.